Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is Commissioner Spencer from the New York Cup basketball tournament. We're about to go live with my man, Coach Brian Kuar from the Nassau Community College women's basketball team. Today's also a few people's birthdays. You know, we always got to have some music popping, right? So, this is what we're going to do. My man Spoonie G, today's his birthday. One of the OGs, the legend. Let's see if y'all all know this one. This is how we rock. Yes, y'all. We gonna make it pop. You can tell I'm old school. I love hip hop. Love house music too. Always have music playing with the girls, playing basketball. Get them, involved in what they're doing. We gotta have fun with music and basketball. What's going on, all? Hey, Tone was checking it. What's going on for checking in? Passion 1827, I see you too. GT Ball, I see you. Again, Spoonie G's birthday today. Happy birthday. Yo, he's 57, I think. Word. Gotta have fun with it. Right now, we're just waiting for Brian Kuar, coach from Nassau Community College, to check in so we can have some fun. Learn a little something about his opinions on basketball, women's basketball, women in the game, what he's been doing. You know how we normally do it. We're going to enjoy this, though. You know what? Today's Left Eye's birthday also. I forgot. Yeah. And Jadakiss. Hip-hop. Yes, indeed, GT. We're good. I'm good over here. Happy birthday, Spoonie G. Yes, indeed. See, the New York Cup's going to give you more than just talking about basketball, sports. We're going to have fun with this. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to expand a little bit more with all of your help. Everybody that's checking in, that comes in with us, thank you. We appreciate it. We totally, totally appreciate it. Every coach, everybody that's coming in, we check with all of you, and we really appreciate everything. All right, so Nassau Women's Basketball has joined. Now we're just going to get them into the system. Coach Shanae, what's going on? I see you. Here we go. Palisade ready to come. Hey, what's going on, Coach?
What's up, Coach? How we doing? How we doing? Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, yes, indeed. I'm blessed, brother. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Can't complain, man.
So now, if you followed our series so far, we've been playing music, in the beginning.
Yeah.
Having people come in and enjoy what's popping. Today's Spoonie G's birthday, so I just happened to play a little old school Spoonie G right there.
Nice. I'm okay with that.
What's going on, man? How you doing during this pandemic, man? How's you and the family? Everything all right?
You know what? We're actually doing okay. We're blessed, man. We're alive. So, my grandma had caught COVID. She had pneumonia going in. And then we were like we were a little bit worried, but she beat it. So now we're feeling really encouraged about it.
Okay.
I'm trying to tread lightly because a lot of people lost family to this.
True. This is true.
Right? So we can't treat it like it's not happening, So it's kind of dealing with that daily balance of trying to still get better and be proactive, but also still being safe. No,
I agree. And it's funny. Sometimes, when you talk about it, like last night, a couple of nights ago, I had a couple of coaches, and my thing was we have to laugh about things. We have to still find humor in things so we can continue to move forward. Yes, people have been affected. Yes, some people have passed away. But we can't stay in a mourning state the whole time.
True, it's true.
So now.
That's all
right.
Go ahead.
No, go.
I felt like, honestly, like when it first happened, I was a little bit stifled. When we lost in the championship game and then it happened, I was a little bit stifled because I wasn't recruiting for about a good month or so.
Wow.
So following other coaches, I'm like, people they still out here getting busy. Let me catch back up. Let me, just catch back in with all my people who are interested in the school or have kids who could benefit from what we have, situation.
There you go. Now we're going to get to that, but do me a favor first. The folks that don't know you, all right, okay. introduce yourself, your school, and what you're doing.
All right, got it.
Go ahead.
Everyone, hello, I'm Brian Kuar, head women's basketball coach at Nassau Community College. Passionate about the game. Just really love the game for multiple reasons. It's one of the best ways to teach young people, which is why I love it. And I think that as a youth, I played for some really good coaches, and they were kind of like the people that guided me through some of the toughest times that I can relate to the most. So it kind of said to myself that I wanted to be a coach because some things I learned later in my life, I'm saying if I learned that when I was 12, 13, 14, 18,
Right.
19 years old, I'd be a lot better at this point. But, you know, so that's...
So who's the coach that got you started?
It got me, actually, my brothers kind of got me started to play.
Okay.
I grew up in Freeport and Roosevelt, Long Island. So I played the PAL, I made the travel team.
Okay.
And then I made my high school varsity team. Right after school, I went up to Schenectady. I got into some issues. I came right back home for about 3 years, and then I went back to Nassau.
Good. Okay.
Nassau, because the head assistant coach recruited me.
Nice.
Now the varsity assistant over there at Baldwin, John Henry. He runs the Freeport Athletic Department.
Okay.
He recruited me, and then I just kind of stay busy in the game. I love the game. It's one of the things that kind of keep me fresh. It's kind of that constant chess match. I love it.
That's it. It's funny that you said chess match. I was explaining that to a couple of my players. I said, understand this. I said, you know, coach, some of us can get out there and play, but we're not going to get out and play for you on your team right now. What we're looking at is the other coach and the assistant coach, and the move that they make, we're making another move. Another move they make, we make another move. There's a bunch of counter moves. It's like a chess match. You know, we all know each of our teams are talented, but it just comes down to who's going out to balance out or cancel out the other player. That's really all it is.
Yeah.
Well, good.
I definitely see it that way as well.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing. Are you a defensive or offensive player? Coach?
It's funny, man, because it used to be defense, but now that, you know, trending forward and trying to stay relevant and be a better version of myself.
Right.
I think offense is kind of the way to go, but really deep down inside, defense is where it's at. But
yeah, come on, you know that defense wins games, man.
To get the best players and you want to win some big games, I think you gotta sell some offense to the kids, man. I think you gotta be good at teaching that stuff too.
True. Yeah. A lot of coaches have been telling me the whole, and I know it, the whole defense, positionless basketball. I get it, but sometimes you have to kind of, you know, specify one or two specific people. Look, you're going to go out there. This is going to be your job. You know, you're going to shut that player down, or you're going to give a little elbow to this one, or give a little knee to that one, or, you know, sometimes you got to have a goon or two on your team, you know, to play a little defense.
93 Knicks rules. I see you got the Knicks back there.
Oh man, look, I'm a diehard Knicks fan, B. And I'm before Patrick, but I'm Patrick, my favorite player. But that again, defense. People were scared to death to come in that paint, you know. And you had a couple of bigs that knew how to give a little sky hook and go in there and slam dunk. I mean, even though he should have dunked, we'd have had a championship. But that's another day.
That's crazy. Never recovered from that.
Nah, we didn't. And you know, he just had COVID, Patrick.
Yeah.
He just got over it.
I did see that.
Yep. So now you started coaching from right out of college or during college?
Yeah, it's funny. I had aspirations to play some pro ball. I got invited to a couple of camps.
Okay.
I was going to go to a few pay-to-play camps as well because I felt like I was that good. I could really excel at playing defense and knocking down shots, and just really making myself an option to a program or a club at that time. But
good.
I got into an accident. I was in ICU.
Okay.
Kind of like stifled everything on my basketball dreams. So right away, I was, supposed to just be bedridden for like 6 months, and I was back on my feet within like 30 days. And then
good.
I reached out to alma mater, AJ Wanda, the men's coach.
Okay.
Definitely a mentor to me, father figure, big brother figure to me. And I was like, Coach,
good.
I just want to help out. B, I don't got no money for you. Fine. I just want to help out. Thanks, Jay.
I see it.
And that's kind of like where it got started. I just want to help out and learn and stay around the game and kind of keep me fresh. It's
Okay.
that I can't even explain sometimes. I just really love the game, being around it for all of the different reasons and everything that it sells. And I got right into it through AJ. I graduated 2008. I was volunteering for him in 2009 season. So about halfway through the year, the head coach of the women's team stepped down. She had some family issues. She stepped down. And then the volleyball coach, Coach Christine Abrams, who's still the volleyball coach there at Nassau, she came she wasn't around the game for a while, so AJ was saying, hey, would you be interested in teaching the girls? We get a chance for you to get paid. Now, thanks for volunteering, but you get a chance to be paid. So I was like, sure, no problem. I joined on right away.
Nice.
Volunteering with the men and assisting with the women.
Right.
Good time from right there. For the next year, I went to Joe Conifrey at Holy Trinity.
Yep.
Coach. He's good friends with AJ. He was assistant with AJ before AJ first started. So when he started his program at Holy Trinity, he reached out to AJ and saying, hey, do you know someone, so on and so forth. And AJ gave me a call, and, we hit it right away. We hit it off right away. We went on the lunch interview, and right after the interview, about an hour later, I'm like, yo, Joe, I really want the job. I would love to work for you, so on and so forth. He said, hey, I got to interview someone else. And then he came back the next day. And he's like, yo, you got the job. We'd love to have you. So that kind of was a big step for me in my program, in my career, because I had a chance to be a head coach. I was I was 1 year removed out of college, and then I was the head freshman coach at Holy Trinity, varsity assistant. We did 3 years there. I did 3 years there. We really built the program. We were, at the bottom of the league but we had all guards. So over there with Joe Conifrey, I learned a lot about, 4-out offense, the Nova principles, all the things that Jay Wright do. And I kind of took that stuff. I thought I knew a lot before I went over there to Trinity.
See, I was going to ask you that. See, here's the thing. As a coach, sometimes as a player, you think you know a lot of things. All of a sudden, you're on the other side. You on this side of the board now. You're like, wait, hold on. Things are a little bit different here. That's not bad. That's good for you, man. I like everything that you're saying right now.
Oh, yeah. And so Joe Conifrey was great, man. He's really focusing on moving the ball. Where we come from, and you in the hood, and you're growing up, and then you watch, and even you watch 90% of these people talking about LeBron and Kobe right now.
Right.
Sorry, LeBron, Kobe, and LeBron and MJ, excuse me.
Right.
They're about the individual. So that's kind of like how we grow up when we see the game, what I could do, what you could do, what I could do. But then when I got to Holy Trinity, I learned about the team game.
Good.
Spreading the basketball or making it hard for teams to guard when you got shooters, and being able to still pressure the ball and be able to defend the rim when you're small. So I translated over to where we are now. But if you want, I could just after Nassau, after Nassau, I went to Holy Trinity for 3 years. We really built the program. We lost my first year. We lost in the championship there at Holy Trinity. The varsity we went to the semifinals, and the next 2 years we won the championship. We really built that program.
So I'm gonna cut you off. How was the team prior to you getting there? Because I see Cash and Nero said that they're happy that you got there because you brought the team up. So how were they prior to you coming in? Yeah.
I see some stuff at the bottom, but I don't want to get too caught up at the live. I haven't done it.
That's okay. That's what we're here for.
Stay on place with you. What's up, Cash? What's up, Carly? Sorry, what was your question? I'm sorry.
How were they prior to you just coming on?
You know what? The program was okay. I forget the coach's name. They were okay about middle of the pack. About middle of the pack. So
good. Okay.
And then we kind of brought it to the top, and I think that what made that happen was simply just the teaching. Joe Conifrey is a phenomenal teacher.
Nice.
Kind of was a really good teacher and mentor to me. I still reach out to Joe, talk to him every so often, and still learn from him. Holy Trinity won 2 state titles since we left. They got a bunch of Division I prospects. I kind of got my training company and name built off with coaching those players at Holy Trinity.
What's the company name? What's the name?
Habits Basketball.
Okay.
Habits Basketball. I do a lot of my recruiting for Nassau through Habits, and it just happened to be because a lot of players want to be involved around the program where they know they're going to learn a little bit of basketball.
Good.
Not just about the game, but also about how to work on your moves and how to get to the basket, how to do things effectively on less dribbling.
Okay.
How to get your shot off faster, how to be ready, how to be comfortable staying low.
So you keeping everybody, I see it. So you keeping everybody from out Long Island. So you're born and bred out Long Island?
Yes, I'm born and bred out Long Island.
Okay.
I got a little bit. Spent a lot of time in Corona, Queens.
Okay. Yep.
Because my brother grew up out there, so
okay.
I'm a half brother, but we
gotcha.
Always go out there to Queens, and it's kind of one of the more inspiring things.
Really?
Just go watching being out there is because you watch everybody. I'm talking when I went out there and I first went to play.
Right.
Everyone had a handle. Fat people, old people. And it's like could score in a game 12, 13, 14 people playing 21. And then you got to be able to get your game off. And that's
true.
You got to learn how to play. Like the city is definitely faster than where we are on Long Island. Now, I'm not saying that the city's better. The city has a lot of talent and a lot more opportunity to play a lot more games. But the city definitely is faster than Long Island. I don't know. I'm not sure why. Maybe that's a big part of it. And hopefully we'll talk about that a little bit, where basketball is going in the state of New York. It seems like it's coming back, especially with a lot of the youth, the young ladies coming up, really good players. I've seen a lot of really good players being around, so I'm really excited about that.
So let me ask you a question now. You just said about the ladies. You coached the men at first and then the ladies right after. Was there a major difference in your mind on coaching men and women?
There is a difference.
Right.
The difference I definitely would say is the natural knack to catch on the concepts. Like we're saying, hey, I want you to go set the pin down, set a down screen, then a cross screen, then you're gonna look for a post up.
Okay.
Because at the higher level, even at the high school level, I think guys play a lot more basketball than the girls. But then if you get some really good girls who play the game for a while, been a part of some good programs.
Okay.
Like our team this year, with all respect due to our girls for our first year, but the girls, the girls, Mooney, you clowning down there. What's up, Mooney? It's my boy. What's up, Coach Mooney? The girls definitely are a lot better because we have better players this year.
Okay.
They didn't play as much. We didn't have as much seasoned players.
Right.
But the ability to say, hey, go down, set a down screen and post up, or set a down screen and cross screen, then look for your post up, or do a dribble handoff, then you're going to receive
and the girls are picking it up a lot quicker than the guys might.
No, the guys pick that stuff up really fast.
Okay.
But the girls are more likely to stick to it.
See, now, Lori Khalil just said boys have egos, and they have to have that at ASAP. Have the ball ASAP.
ASAP. No, that's true. That's true. Definitely. I think a big part of that too is the coaching and trusting the program. But
okay,
the ego
true.
is definitely big. I think that as a coach, I use that as well for my boy. I use that as like leverage. Yeah,
right.
Trying to stay in front, stay on top. Don't get beat. Win those one-on-one matchups. Protecting the paint, little things.
Well, I guess to a point, every good player, decent player to good to better, they all have some sort of ego. See, that's why I asked you about the defense and offense, because I'm more of a defensive coach. I like to say, you need to shut that player down. No matter what goes on, I don't want her to score her normal 12, 14, 16 points or whatever it is. Shut that person down as best as possible. Let the rest of the team do their part. I like defense. You know what I mean?
You can never fail with defense. You're always in the game with defense.
True. I mean, the last few minutes is always, who lives longer, especially when it comes to cardio. With your training, with everything going on now, with your training, are you doing any specific projects, any Zoom classes or clinics online, anything like that?
You know what? Honestly, that's where I need to be better as a coach.
Okay.
Being more up to date with technology and doing those things. I've been more so conditioning myself and keeping myself sharp, just challenging myself, doing a lot of getting more back into building my body, challenging my mind, reading a little bit more. I've been watching a lot of Zooms. Devin Paul, Coach DP, a good guy here on Long Island. He's just inspired. He's a mentor, kind of like for coaches and programs.
Okay.
And I a lot of his stuff. I'm watching some of the NABC coaching clinics, things like that. But I've been doing a lot of DIYs here at home, just kind of.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. This pandemic kind of is forcing you, it should force you now that we get off this, to go and do something else, because you can't, obviously physically we can't get with our players right now.
Right.
And you just started off this whole interview with, you can't even get to do the recruiting like you want to.
Right. Yep.
Were there any players that you saw, I guess, January and February, like, oh, I would love to talk to her, you know, and you just don't have a chance? I said, was there any player back in like January, early February, before this whole thing shut down, that you were interested in, or you wanted to have a look at, but, you know, obviously everything got shut down?
Yes, it's a few, and honestly,
Really?
I think, where we struggle at a little bit this year is the PSAL. We didn't get a chance to see any of the PSAL like postseason, because we were playing at the same time, but we didn't get a chance to go to, like, the PSAL has a postseason for showcase for all the seniors. I'm sure the Classic was going to do something. I'm sure Mike Toro was going to probably do some stuff in the city yourself. So we didn't get a chance to get that kid who could benefit from our program and see, you know, who's in the city that could benefit from our 2-year program without going away.
Okay.
Playing for the kind of style of basketball that we play. So it kind of really definitely hurt. But I see that Coach Jason Salmonica and Mike Roy, they've been doing a live last few Thursdays. I got a chance to watch it after it's posted. So I'm getting a chance reaching out, speaking to a few coaches and whatnot. But here's picking up. We got a few really good commitments I'm excited about.
Well, good. See, that's the main thing, and that's why I asked all the coaches now, because of the fact that you can't do your normal. You can't come to us. You can't go to Rose. You can't go to Mike Toro thing. It's like, damn. So from March, April, and May, where you would have been at some of these tournaments, you would have been at some of the, you know, Coach Luck, I'm a Knicks fan. I'm gonna tell you, we talk about that later. It's like you would have been.
Me in the comments. I could see some of the comments. I could see Pat. I saw you, Coach Drew, Cash.
Yeah, shout. You see your people, you shout them. But whenever you don't have an opportunity to be out there and see everything,
you need a start, Moon. I need a start, Moon.
you almost feel like you lost out on players. You might feel like, oh, damn, if I had a chance to talk to her, maybe she would have been over here. You never know, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that maybe if we could get in front of some of those players who are going to go away Midwest and upstate, I think that if we could keep them keep them close to home and really sell our program, I think that if they knew about it, we could definitely get some of that city traffic. And then we got a couple. We're working on a few really good players.
So let me ask you a question. Right now, I'm a brand new student. I'm a brand new player, graduating high school. I don't know where I'm going. I'm from Long Island. Sell your product. What product? You got a 3-minute window right now. Sell your product to me as a player. What would you say? The school, the program, everything.
Yeah, well, we try to really connect with our players' goals. See what do they want to do with their life, and then depending on if they even have aspirations, then that's the kind of kid we want to be involved with. If they don't have aspirations, but they're extremely talented, we still be involved with that kid. We think that as part of our job as being coaches is being able to help you fulfill your purpose, help you be a better version of yourself. That's one of the things that we use basketball as a tool to do. So I think that I would try to say, hey, what's your name, so on and so forth, where you're from, what are your goals, and then who's recruiting you, and then we can kind of see who's recruiting you. Were there any Division I's involved, any Division II's involved, any scholarship programs involved? And then we could kind of basically see where your recruiting is, and then look at your body of work and where you've been, or just look at kind of your talent and see where you could go. That at the junior college level, we can really project and help some players get a lot better, and really say if you're a high school kid and you're getting looked at by only Division III schools, then I think that those Division IIIs, with all respect due to Division III coaches, I talk to a lot of you guys a lot, but that opportunity will still be there after 2 years at the junior college level. And by coming to Nassau, you get a chance to come for 2 years and get an associate degree. So now, you take a lot of your electives. So now, by the time you graduate your 2-year program, you go into a 4-year program, and you're taking you could do the double major.
True.
So
Okay, that makes sense.
and then also we're a lot cheaper than the 4-year program. We have national championship programs, national championship wrestling. They've been a top national ranked program forever.
Okay.
Football, lacrosse is always a national championship game. Final Four, cheerleading, women's soccer, men's basketball. Been a regional championship game the last 5 years. I'm grateful to be a part of AJ's staff and helping bring the players and be a part of that upbringing of the program.
Not bad.
What else? Hold on, no, I missed another really good program at Nassau. Softball's been down for a while, but they're coming back next year.
Okay. Right. Well, Coach Mo said Coach Barney Davis got a couple kids looking for a home from Bedford Academy.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So Mo, we'll hook that up. Bedford Academy. Yeah.
Follow through.
Yeah, and who else? Lori said, hit him up after that. Penn State Lehigh Valley.
Okay, Coach, you're doing a great job. I get some of your stuff on field level, and some coaches, honestly, are just tough. Like I'll be a little bit more loyal to the New York schools,
right?
For Division III.
Okay.
Just because I want to try to keep those relationships tight and keep the kids closer to home, and also it costs a lot more when you leave out the state. But if it's something we could do, Coach, and we can help you out, you can help our players out. Let's
exactly
definitely chat about that.
Well, see, that's one thing why Coach Mo and I decided to do this forum right now and give you guys a platform for just that. Little things like this, little messages coming through. And now, right after this, you're going to follow through. You might have another star or two coming from. We don't know. But you may not have had it if this didn't happen tonight.
Jay, sorry.
No. Yeah. That's good. So now, women in basketball. What's your staff looking like? Is it just you for your team? Is it just you? Do you have any women assistant coaches? Anything like that?
It's me, and then it's my assistant coaches. My assistants have been great over the years, man. When I say they've been great, they've been phenomenal. And when I say that, I mean there's really good continuums of what we're trying to build, what I try to build, my vision for the program.
Gotcha.
I'll start with Coach Aaliyah. She's been here the longest. Coach Aaliyah McDonald. She's from Uniondale. She played with Exodus kind of growing up with Coach De Niro, Coach Young. She played over there with Malloy.
Okay.
And they won last year. They won the ECC.
Yes.
And they also went to the Elite Eight. They beat Adelphi at their place in the regionals. So Coach Lee, really good talent. Really good
Not
talent.
Bad.
Really talented as a player, and that's kind of why I have her around. She's with family through marriage as well. But
okay.
I'm around not because of that. The loyalty helps because I know her through family. But what I like about it, she's a firecracker. She's
good
passionate about how hard you play. She believes in herself. So I think that she has big dreams and a big future ahead of herself. So I think that her sharing her ethos and that energy and her excellence and her greatness around our girls is great to absorb.
She's done it. She's done it. She can physically show them like she's done it.
Yeah, she's done it. And then that's the other part. She could lace up and she could challenge you, and then she could lace up and bust your tail.
Nice. So when she got to get out on the court, she could do it. She like, look, hold on, don't make it. Just because I graduated and moved forward, don't think I can't do this. Okay.
Yeah, she's phenomenal. She's really good interpersonally with the girls, being able to things that the girls may feel that we don't see.
Okay.
As male coaches,
I agree.
We don't see a lot of things. So having an assistant down that could catch up some of that slippage and be able to relay those little things is golden. I can't say enough about Lee. And then the GOAT behind what we do, man, is Coach Drew. Andrew Channel. Me and Drew met on social media, but I met him because he came up on the Explore page. But we know so many of the same people. But Coach Drew is a phenomenal teacher. I think that we're blessed to have him at Nassau because I'm going to be like an NBA skills trainer someday. He's just really good teaching the game. He's able to focus on the details and do well with the details, but also teach it.
Gotcha.
think a lot of people like could really play the game and do some things, but Drew could teach it. And then he's
Good.
also really good at compartmentalizing, teaching the little things that, and maybe being able to help it translate. He's like a really big selling point for our program.
Okay.
St. John's women's team a few summers ago. He works with a lot of pros, male and female, high-level Division I players. He helped build up a lot of players. So I think that it's great that he can, build up our program. Yo, Drew, man, Drew, you're a beast, Drew. I say no lie. I would say it to you if it's me and you talking, or if I'm talking in front of whoever I know.
Right. That's good.
We're blessed to have you, and we know we're on fire right now. We're going to have a really good off season, and we're going to continue to get better. Drew is a big part of that.
Good.
I'm excited about, us getting better as a staff and being able to utilize some Zoom calls and some more live to help our players out.
You have to do that. You have to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, well, here's the advantage. The advantage is obviously you check it with your players. Do you? I mean, with text messages, phone calls, do you at least still talk to them? You still talk?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely texting. I try to text them like top of the week just to not to be too overbearing, because during the year, I'm like a little bit overbearing. I like just talk. I'm always talking. I'm always teaching, and I think that sometimes you have to be mindful of who you are as a person and as a coach. That could become overbearing sometimes. So sometimes less is more. But just being consistent, let them know I care about them, let them know that I love them, and there's something I could do for them.
Understood.
We could do for them.
But here's the good part. You know that though. You know that of yourself. So you know when to. Okay, I'm closing in on that line that I'm about to cross. Let me pull myself back so I don't cross the line. If you know that about yourself, you're doing good. Especially who you're talking to. Like some of your players, same thing with me. I coach middle school, 7th and 8th grade, but I also coach JV high school. So I know who I could yell at, who I got to pacify, who I got to baby, who I got to, bark at and put foot in their tail, and everyone's different. So you're a psychiatrist, a doctor, a mom, a dad, a coach, you're everything.
All of it. And then
even with the women, right?
Oh, yeah. It actually stretched me, man. I got stretched so much this year. We had a lot of success.
Really?
We were like number one in the country for about 12 weeks out the season. That wasn't really a goal for us.
Okay.
We just number one at the end, but just really trying to be as best as we could be every day. That's a pop. The record and the national ranking is a part of what we do every day. But the goal was great at the end of the year. I mean, that was great at the end of the year. But
so you didn't bring a championship just yet.
We didn't bring a championship yet. This year is the goal. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We expect all of our components, but our goal, we want to win every year. But we want to try to really focus on. I think that we've got the formula now. I think we know exactly what we need to do.
Okay.
And we're going to just continue to work on those things, and then hopefully we could. What's up, Hannah? On the check-in. My players check-in.
Good. Are you missing a piece? Is it a piece missing, or two pieces missing on the team right now? What's going on?
I would say talent. One thing I learned, I would stroke my ego.
Yeah.
Really believe myself that I can really teach, and whoever I have, I can teach and get the most out of them.
Mm-hmm.
We've built a nationally ranked program. We've built a relevant program without any size.
Nice.
We had that player bigger than 6 foot.
So you're very guard heavy.
We're really guard heavy. We do a lot of teaching. We focus on a lot of the guard breakdown.
Okay.
Pressuring the ball, being dominant 94 feet away, 75 feet away, 50 feet away.
Gotcha.
That's what we have our advantage at.
Okay.
We get that piece. It makes our jobs a lot easier. We still didn't get that piece. We got some talent coming in. We're really excited about. We just know. We were number one defensively. Speaking of defense, we were number one. What's up, Ralph? Referee ran on the check-in. Coach P. Elmont, what's up, Coach? But number one defense, overall defense.
Okay.
Defensive field goal percentage, number one forced turnovers, number one in steals.
Nice.
So we didn't block shots, but we took a lot. I would bet that if it was a staff of charges, I would bet that we were #1 in taking charges. That's something that that's how we defend the rim because we don't have the shot protection.
So wait. Let's talk about that for a second. So you teach a lot of your girls to take those charges?
Yeah.
So that's not, see, I like that. That's part of the defense that I like. A lot of players don't like to do. They don't like to take that physical boom. Damn, I'm now on the floor. They don't like to take that.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you want to win, man, it's like we don't even have a choice.
Good.
Funny. Thank God for thank you for my coaches. Got it. Thank God for my coaches kind of really buying in and being on board with taking charges and teaching it, and so it kind of make it a little bit easier. Thank God we have a lot of tough kids. They
Good.
say be soft, this and that. No, our players are tough as nails. Like I think that that's a requirement. That's the only way for us.
Good. That's nice.
The only way we try to really simulate the highest level of the game.
So Lori's out of here. Thanks, Lori. Thanks for checking in.
Lori, I'm definitely gonna follow up with you, Coach. Thank you for checking.
Please do, yeah.
I am. Sam is the brains.
Good.
She's extension of the coaching staff. What's up, Sam? We love
you,
man.
Coach Drew. Thank you. I was just about to ask you, Coach, about that. How's your practice?
Talk to Drew. One second. I'm coming right back. I gotta run. Close this.
Okay. So he had to run in, but Drew, like my main thing was I wanted to know how bad or how hard was it practice, or practice is crazy, or practice is not crazy. Go ahead, Coach.
Drew,
go ahead.
Yeah, it depends on who's running it. If I'm running
really,
it's crazy. If Drew's running it, it's insane.
Really.
We both like we're two different. And Coach Lee is a really good teacher. She's on fire. She'll probably make it really fun with some really good shooting drills.
Okay.
But both of us level of difficulty is 12 on the scale of 1 to 10.
Nice.
With the way we kind of go about it in the message, it's just kind of like I try to make it fun. And Drew is he's just a motherfucker. Excuse my language.
No, that's fine. Are you heavy on cardio? Are you heavy on? Okay. Yeah. So a whole lot of running, a whole lot of 17s back and forth, or something.
We got to run. We want to take 100 shots a game if we could. You know what I mean? We want to really pressure the ball. We want to pressure you. We want to really outwork you.
Okay.
And I think that's really common and fun to do as a player.
Mm-hmm.
And it's even more as fun as a coach to watch it too. And I think that for the junior college level, one of the best ways for us to really assist our players is to really play a fast style. So we can really kind of get the most highlights possible to help you be ready to get out there and kind of show you to play at the fast pace. The women's game the men's game, the shot clock went from 30 down to 24.
Right.
The women's shot clock is going to go down to 24. And I think that with the speed, the talent, the athleticism of the game, the shot clock even go down to like 20 seconds.
Right, 20, right.
The players who can really run, and make plays and be a playmaker, you're going to continue to thrive in the game and within the sport. So we really try to not play down. We want to be able to play fast. So conditioning is a big part of what we do.
Okay. So now with women in basketball, you know, we're really behind girls and women basketball. So are you also, when it comes down to women officials, women coaches, already said that, and like your assistants, your director of your program, your director of your school, more women involved in the sport of basketball, what's your feelings on that?
Hey, we're actually in the women's game. So I think we need to tread lightly, you know, when we're talking about women. It's not just you know, I think the more inclusion is better.
Okay.
Inclusion, the better. I think that obviously you look on the men's side, you have women coaches.
True.
Within
a few, not a whole lot, but a few.
Yeah, I think it's going to continue to trend forward with more women on the men's side. Eventually, we're going to have some women head coaches, and just like we have we have a lot of men on the women's side. I think that the balance is pretty good. I think that I was on a live last week. Coach DP Devin Paul.
Mm-hmm.
G3G training here on Long Island. They do a
Okay.
lot of lives with a lot of coaches, Division I, some pros.
Okay.
A lot and the athletic directors. So it's really good. It's really informational. It's really good for coaches. But they're always talking about different ways just to improve and.
Okay.
So I'm always following that stuff and learning.
Do you as a coach, do you feel that it's necessary to learn the referee side as well? Like maybe take referee courses and learning that aspect of the game?
Yes, I think that it definitely helps and beneficial if we learn more. The good thing
Okay.
is Coach Aaliyah is an official.
Oh, she is? Okay, good.
She's teaching a lot. We know a lot about the hot stove touch. A lot about riding and the terminology and how to communicate with officials during games. If you look at us during our first year, we did 3 years with the program. Our first year, we had about a tech every game or every other game. Seriously, like just
Really
being on official, yeah. And that was something I'm not proud of. But the next year, at my AD, we were just like, Coach, come on, which was last season, not the season that passed, but 2018,
okay.
2019. Like, Coach,
Right.
I got to tech like a few of my first games, and she's like, Coach, we really need to be more professional. I think you're a really good coach, but if you can't, we need you to communicate better.
Okay.
So, my coach
You're over passionate. You're over passionate, over dramatic, I guess, and they take it that like you're going against the ref. Is that what it is?
Yeah, just challenging them on something, just being quiet on something. I learned
Okay.
how to speak to them, so I kind of like from that point. This year, I think we had maybe 2 technicals.
For the whole year.
Yeah, which is
No.
really good. And I think
Good.
actually I only got 1 technical. We got another one was like a pregame with jersey thing.
Okay.
Up the jersey, we didn't do it correctly in the book, so we got a lot better. But yes, to answer your question, I think the more we learn about officiating, it's a better way to push our girls and push them hard without getting too away from the rules of the game.
Right. Understood.
Rough and be tough and be physical. With some drills where people were getting hurt because we were going that rough because we want to set the tone. But now
Right.
I could be this rough and tough and rugged without without fouling all over the place.
True. It's very possible. What happens, that player also, if she knows, the good part about it, you got Coach Lee, who's an official, she can kind of say, you can go this far, but not that far. You can go to this level, but not that. Whereas now the player, if she takes that and keeps it in her head and during a game, she knows, okay, I can push off with my body, but I can't push off with my arm. I can give a little bump and not, worry about getting an offensive foul or a defensive foul if I'm on defense. I can give a little bump with the knee or something like that and won't get called for it. Right. Those are the lessons that I feel players need to learn as well, because from middle school, some of the middle school kids, they look back at the ref like they want to bark at a ref. Now, because they're middle school, ref is going to be like, okay, little girl, be easy. But when you get to high school and college, the ref looks at you, please look at me wrong. And so you just look at me one way wrong, I'm going to call a tech on you. And I might run past your coach and tell number 12 to shut up. Or tell number 9, watch your mouth, something like that.
Yeah, but one thing that I kind of implore more officials and how I value who's a good official, who's not a good official, is when I was growing up playing, some of the officials were doing a really good job teaching. Like, hey, hands off. You
mean during the game?
Yeah, during the game.
Yeah.
Step on the line. Spots early. Just giving tips. I think that the more that referees can teach the game.
Yeah, I agree.
Coaches, but share some of what they see. I think that's really good.
That's
Sometimes
I 100% agree with you.
I don't see that as much. I don't know if it's because of burnout or just because of the business of the nature of the game. They gotta kind of like keep the games going.
But you know what though? You want a proper game. At the same time, you want a situation where you don't want you as a coach spazzing out. Now you understand why you're spazzing out.
Right.
If you're going to let my player get knocked while she's going up for a layup, and then the same team is doing the same thing down on the other side, like, and you're not going to call it, come on, let's make it fair, both ways.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I have, because I had a coach this past week, we were just talking about their parents of their travel team, AAU side. A lot of their parents know CPR and stuff. Now, I know us as coaches working in the facility, we have to be certified. We have to be, go for those courses, those pedophile type courses and sexual harassment type. But we have to do all of that before we even get in the buildings. Yeah. Do you take your team outside of, without getting in trouble, outside of the school? Can you?
Yeah, I think we could. It has to definitely be approved. I think.
Right. Like say the summer tournaments, like the West 4th Streets and all those, those type of tournaments. Or do they play? Or have you brought any of your players out to do anything like that?
It's funny, man. We haven't done that in the past.
Okay.
Resources.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of will have to organize it, but I think that less is more sometimes because we can't coach the girls in the summer. So it would be great to have them play. But some of the personalities and attitudes, we could literally kill the whole ship if we put them together without being there with our standards and what we want and expect. And because you go out there and you got 4 different point guards on the floor, well, how are you going to play the game that way? So I think the game has to be played a certain way. You got to move the ball. It needs to keep moving. I think that having a coach there is big, and me coaching it, especially with this 2-year level, me or my coaches, is important. So the first impression, those first few moments is big. So I think that those first few moments, I want to be able to teach and set the standard and set the stage on my coaches. So I think that if we play in the West 4th now, or for example, Island Garden League or whoever does it, right, and the girls don't get along, then immediately you got all the other JUCOs that are around, and they're gonna recruit your players. And
true.
So it's an extreme liability. It's a lot to gain, but it's a lot to lose too. So I think that if we could play in West 4th, that would be great. But one thing that we could do in the fall that need to do a better job, which we will, is we bring in a lot of outside coaches and motivational people to kind of successful people to speak to our players and kind of talk about the journey because whether you're a world class at whatever it is, not just basketball, but if you're into being a preacher or being a salesman, an entrepreneur, if you're just a contractor, if you're a coach, if you do nails, if you do hair, no matter what it is, the principles are the same.
Just something that works for them, and they can learn from it.
Yeah, and I think that, but you look at the world-class people, the principles are the same. The discipline, the work ethic, the accountability, the coachability, the ability to self-reflect, to be able to say, all right, damn, I fucked up. I messed up there. I didn't do a great job.
Yeah.
And being on top of that stuff, it's common. Like, it doesn't matter. I have a lot of really good clients that I work with and some world-class people that I met through basketball. These people they have a strict regimen similar to a basketball coach or a football coach, the same as an accountant. So I think that, bringing in those different levels of excellence is really good for our players to learn, to buy in. To these things that we teach. Why it's important? Because it's important when you leave the school. It's important when you start your own business. It's important when you're into your own personal relationships. How about when you fail? When you and your husband or you and your wife first have your first, big breakup or a big fight, and you don't agree.
Right. True.
You develop a character when you learn how to lose, how to fail, how to ask questions at the college level. So I think that we kind of really bring in those outside people and perspectives to kind of really help us do our job, but also help our players be a better version of themselves.
Okay.
So when they
now,
that's how it goes.
No. What I was going to ask you was, like, with that being said, a lot of since your players are women, they're grown women. Most of them are grown women.
Yeah.
Any kids? Any husbands? Any wives? I mean, are they? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm turning it up.
Okay, there you go.
It's playing, so it's kind of messing up a little bit. But
it sounds like it went down. The volume went down a little bit. your players, any kids, any husbands, any wives, anything that's like other jobs that take away from your practice schedule, your team schedule, stuff like that, or they all in school and that's it?
Actually, the junior college level brings some diversity. We had a player that already graduated that's a gym teacher.
Okay.
She's 26 years old. She wanted to fulfill out some of her dreams of playing college basketball and doing that stuff. So, you know, she worked almost downtown Brooklyn. So she came late to practice a lot of times. So that kind of forced a few issues because she was our best shooter. But
okay.
Every damn day. So I kind of how do you reward that?
Yeah.
So we had some other like some players needed to work my first year, so they got to work overnight. So they're tired sometimes. Sometimes family on Saturdays have to babysit, so they don't miss practice. So no, bring your nephew, bring your brother.
Right.
You guys can go in the back over there and just sit down and just be at practice. We kind of like figure out ways to be innovative.
Okay.
I think at the junior college level, we have to be flexible with some of these issues. And yes, some players really do need to work because parents can't afford it.
Well, I asked that because a lot of players, do have the situation where, I'm doing things, I'm running around, I have a lot of stuff to do. So, okay, I just wanted to ask that. So now we're about to shut this down, but I want to make sure you shouted out whoever you had to shout out, your coaches, your players, your teams, whoever was on this live. Again, your program and who you are. You got about 2 minutes.
Yeah, I just want to keep shouting out everybody that supports Nassau basketball.
Right.
Dealing with our craft, dealing with our levels of excellence, and our standard is really hard to live up to that every day, so on and so forth. But I think that because you guys have bought in, we now have built something. We now have built a program that's really respectable regionally, locally, and nationally. So thank you guys. Thank you to my coaches, the prior coaches, Coach Jackson, Ashley, first year. She's now a varsity assistant at Amityville High School. Coach Sizzle, Coach Chrissy, she helped out first 2 years. Coach Panda, Coach Amanda, she's down in Atlanta. She's a police officer now. She's doing well. Really great for those coaches. Coach P. Elmont Law, man, thank you for, just trusting the program. Coach Gary, Rosedale Elite. Coach Gary, man, has really brought a lot of players around and kind of respects what we do. So I'm happy to get all of your players, Coach.
Good.
Who else am I missing? AJ Winder.
Of course.
That's the sister.
Well, don't forget, follow with whoever said anything on here. You can go back. The other thing I'm gonna tell you, we can go on YouTube. We're on YouTube now. Subscribe to YouTube. You can see this interview for one, but you can also see who's telling you. Yeah, tell who who's checking in. We upgraded to YouTube as well.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna follow up with you. I want to do that for myself. Hold on. So shout out to Coach
my man.
I'm KP with Rose Classic. I saw you checked in. Coach Mooney, ex-coach at Farmerdale State. He's one of the big dogs at Exodus, a big part of the program.
Okay.
To help build up that women's program over there. Exodus coach kind of like me, on the women's side. I fool with Mooney, man. Just knowing people who will really say, hey, this guy can do what he do. He knows what he's doing.
Man.
Kamani, he's just Kamani Young, aim high. He's on the men's side. He's over there at UConn. He was at Minnesota too. He kind of gave me my family. So players. Men's side that kind of allowed me to be able to know big people on the women's side.
Okay.
Who else I'm missing? Players. Bobby. Shout out to Bobby Green. She's all American 2 years in a row. I'm telling her that so you're gonna leave on scholarship. Now it's time for you to leave on scholarship. So this COVID, the pandemic is really giving us some real adversity. I'm committed to it, Bob. Really still helping you.
No problem.
Leave on scholarship. We're gonna do a better job of getting you out there. We gotta get those highlights up. We're gonna reach out to people.
Good.
Such as just live call that went wrong, but we're gonna get it done, Bobby.
Well, I tell you this much. I appreciate you being on this. I appreciate you being, part of this, the program for us, a live program for us, and we're gonna be back in touch.
Okay, excellent.
Keep you posted what's going on. I want to see how you're going. Like I said, you guys are playing hard, you're grinding, so I want to keep seeing that, okay?
Yeah, thank you. New York City, everybody, really good players who want to be better. Like Nassau is a great place for you.
Huh?
Now, I said everyone in New York City who's watching, coaches, parents, players, whoever wants,
Yes.
if you want to be better,
You,
you want to be,
my man, I appreciate
open
you.
up.
You take care, all right?
Talk soon. Thank you.
All right, coach. Take care. God bless. Have a good one. Be safe.
Players, send the players. Send the text, send the side, send it. All right, peace.
All right.
All right.
Take care. Thanks.
Thank
Peace.
you.
What the hell happened?